welcome back to What's at Stake. Glad to have you with us again.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
As we take another deep dive into what's happening in the UAE real estate market,
Yeah.
bringing you the latest from Stake. And I guess think of this as like, your personal briefing, highlighting those key developments and potential opportunities
Right.
we're seeing right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So today's focus is really, on this
Oh, great.
compelling narrative of economic diversification
Right?
and its impact on real estate. And we're going to begin by exploring Abu Dhabi,
Okay.
where, these shifts are creating some really interesting dynamics
Right.
across various sectors. And then we'll kind of pivot over to some exciting news
Okay.
right here in Dubai, giving you a sneak peek
Okay, it sounds good.
at a fantastic upcoming opportunity from Stake in a really unique community.
I'm excited.
So let's start in Abu Dhabi. It feels like the capital's economy is really hitting its stride right now.
It really
Yes,
is.
sir.
Yeah, I mean, Abu Dhabi's economy has reached a new peak, I think,
Right.
reaching an all-time high GDP of 1.2 trillion dirhams in 2024,
Wow.
which is a 3.8% increase year over year.
Yeah, it's impressive.
So that kind of significant growth naturally creates a really strong bedrock for a thriving real estate market.
It really does. It underscores, the overall health of the economy. And what's so fascinating, I think, is, what's driving a lot of this growth is the non-oil sector,
Right.
accounting for almost 55% of the GDP with a strong 6.2% expansion.
Yeah.
That feels like a turning point in Abu Dhabi's story.
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just about the numbers, right? It signals
Yeah.
a fundamental shift towards a more resilient economy,
Yeah,
one that's becoming less reliant on oil price fluctuations.
right.
And for the real estate market, the diversification means a broader base of businesses and residents, leading to a more sustainable long-term growth across different property types.
Okay, so let's dig into, how this economic diversification is playing out
Yeah.
in specific areas of the Abu Dhabi real estate market.
Okay.
So we're seeing some movement in the office sector, right?
Yeah, the office market in Abu Dhabi is experiencing a surge in demand.
Yeah.
And this is being fueled in part by new free zone regulations
Okay.
that are making it more attractive and easier for companies to establish a presence in the capital.
Right.
So these regulations often include benefits like tax advantages
Right.
and streamlined business setup processes, which is naturally drawing in businesses and driving up the need for office space.
Yeah, and that increased demand is very visible in the occupancy rates of prime commercial areas.
Absolutely. Occupancy rates in key areas like the Abu Dhabi Global Market or
Right.
ADGM
Yeah.
are incredibly high, hovering around 97%.
Wow.
And even iconic buildings like International Tower and Damon House are fully leased.
Wow.
So this level of occupancy in premium commercial spaces really underscores, I think,
It-
the positive business environment in Abu Dhabi.
97% in ADGM,
Yeah.
and those landmark towers fully leased. That paints a strong picture. So this level of demand
Right.
must be having a noticeable effect on rental prices for commercial properties.
It really is. We're seeing significant increases in rental values.
Okay.
Capitol Gay Tower, for example, has seen a 14% rise.
Wow.
ADAX Tower is up by 13%.
Wow.
And ADGM itself has experienced a 12% increase.
Wow.
So if you're keeping an eye on the commercial real estate landscape, these are definitely figures to take note of.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not just, traditional office spaces that are seeing an upward trend.
Right.
It seems that the industrial sector in Abu Dhabi is also experiencing a real boost.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
The industrial space in Abu Dhabi is having a strong moment.
Yeah.
Average rental rates have jumped by a significant 25% year over year,
Okay.
with Khalifa Economic Zones, Abu Dhabi or Kizad, experiencing an even more substantial spike of 38%.
Wow.
So this surge likely reflects increased activity in sectors like manufacturing, logistics, warehousing,
Right.
all contributing to the diversification of the economy.
And it appears that this growth in the industrial sector is set to continue with more supply coming online.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity in this sector,
Okay.
with approximately 250,000 new square meters of industrial space
Wow, that's a lot.
expected to be completed by the end of next year.
Yeah.
So this expansion indicates a strong confidence in the continued growth and diversification
Okay.
of Abu Dhabi's industrial capabilities.
Great. So we've kind of had a look at the commercial and industrial sectors.
Yeah.
Now let's turn our attention to the residential market in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
What are the key trends that you're seeing there?
Well, looking at the residential market, 2024 witnessed a substantial volume of sales transactions,
Okay.
around 9,700 deals totaling 26 billion dirhams. So this significant level of activity demonstrates a healthy appetite
Wow.
from both investors and end users for residential properties in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, and it wasn't just direct purchases.
Right.
Mortgage activity also saw a considerable increase, suggesting a level of buyer confidence.
Yeah, exactly. The mortgage market also experienced a significant surge
Uh-huh.
with 7.1 billion dirhams in mortgages secured,
Wow.
representing a 34% increase year over year. So this robust mortgage activity further supports the strength and stability of the residential market.
Okay, within the residential segment.
Right.
It sounds like Yas Island is particularly vibrant, experiencing notable growth.
Yeah, Yas Island has certainly been a standout performer.
Okay.
It recorded the highest growth in residential values, with apartment prices increasing by 20%
Wow.
and villa values rising by 13%.
Yeah.
So its diverse range of attractions and ongoing development projects are clearly making it a highly desirable place to live
Uh-huh.
and invest.
So looking ahead, it seems like Abu Dhabi's residential sector is poised for further expansion,
Right.
with a significant number of new units expected to enter the market.
That's right. The projections indicate a substantial expansion of Abu Dhabi's housing sector,
Okay.
with an estimated 38,700 new residential units
Wow.
expected to be completed by 2028.
Okay.
So this pipeline of new supply suggests continued opportunities for growth and investment in the residential market.
It's also worth highlighting the Abu Dhabi government's commitment to supporting its citizens through housing benefits.
Right.
How might this impact the residential market?
Well, the Abu Dhabi government's focus on social well-being demonstrated through the rollout of significant housing benefits
Okay.
for Emirati families is a crucial factor.
Uh-huh.
And this policy support can have a positive ripple effect throughout the residential market
Yeah.
by bolstering local demand and contributing to overall market stability and growth.
So for anyone considering Abu Dhabi, it presents a compelling picture.
Yeah.
You know, a market with strong underlying economic fundamentals and potential for continued growth.
Yeah. I think that's a well-founded conclusion.
Yeah.
And if you're keen to understand the future trajectory of Abu Dhabi's real estate market,
Uh-huh.
keep a close watch on upcoming development projects.
Okay.
They could reshape the landscape.
Great. So now let's turn our attention over to Dubai
Okay.
and to some exciting news from us here at Stake.
Yeah.
We're absolutely delighted to announce our very first investment opportunity in the highly sought-after Lakes community launching next week.
That'd be cool.
For those who might not be as familiar,
Right.
the Lakes is an incredibly well-established villa community
Yeah.
nestled within Emar's prestigious Emirates Hills master development.
Right.
It's a really unique and mature residential area.
It is. Yeah, I mean, the Lakes is characterized by its lush greenery,
Right.
low-rise villa design,
Mhm.
limited number of around 600 properties,
Wow.
specifically designed to foster a strong sense of family living. So its established nature and exclusive feel are key aspects of its enduring appeal.
So what makes the Lakes, you know, such a special and potentially strong investment opportunity for you? I know there are several compelling reasons.
There are, I mean, firstly, the Lakes is a fully developed, landlocked community,
Okay.
meaning there's no future supply of new properties
Okay.
coming onto the market.
Interesting.
So this inherent scarcity is a significant factor that often leads to strong capital appreciation.
Right, because of this, you know, simple supply and demand economics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As demand for properties in established areas with limited availability tends to remain robust.
Right.
The landlocked nature also helps preserve the community's unique character and aesthetic.
So that scarcity factor in such a desirable location definitely sounds like a key advantage.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the current price points
Okay.
and the potential for value growth in the Lakes?
Well, looking at the recent data for 2025, the average prices for villas in the Lakes really reflect its premium status and high demand.
Oh.
So for a 3-bedroom villa, the average is around 6.39 million dirhams.
Okay.
For a 4-bedroom, it's approximately 13 million.
Wow.
And for a 5-bedroom, it's in the region of 17.43 million.
Those are some huge numbers.
Yeah.
Really highlighting the exclusivity
Yeah.
of the Lakes. And it's not just about the potential for capital growth, is it?
No.
The reliability of the rental income also seems to be a significant draw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Another key advantage of investing in the lakes
Uh-huh.
is its history of attracting a very reliable tenant base.
Okay.
So the community consistently appeals to long-term tenants,
Right.
primarily families and professionals who tend to reside there for extended periods.
Right.
So this leads to consistently low vacancy rates and stable, attractive rental returns.
So this is the really exciting part for you, the listener.
Yeah.
Tell us how Stake is providing access to this tightly held premium villa community
Okay.
without the need for a multi-million dirham outlay.
Well, through Stake's innovative platform, you can gain fractional ownership
Okay.
in properties within this premium villa zone.
Right.
So this means you can access a high-performing and tightly held neighborhood like the Lakes with a significantly lower initial investment
Yeah.
than purchasing an entire villa outright.
Yeah, so it's really democratizing access to prime Dubai real estate.
Exactly.
And there's an added benefit on the horizon with the development of Emirates Hills 2 nearby.
Yeah, that's another compelling factor.
Mhm.
Located just across Al Khail Street, Emaar is developing Emirates Hills 2,
Yeah.
a brand new master-planned community,
Uh-huh.
and this upcoming development is expected to further enhance the infrastructure
Right.
and overall appeal of the surrounding areas, including the lakes,
Right.
potentially driving even greater demand and supporting property values in the long term.
So it sounds like if you're looking at long-term investment potential
Right.
in a well-established, highly desirable Dubai community, exploring the upcoming stick drop in the lakes could be a really smart move.
It's definitely a unique opportunity. We encourage you to keep an eye out for our launch next week
Right.
on the Stake platform to learn more about this exciting venture.
Now for our final segment, let's get a quick update on Stake's expansion into Saudi Arabia.
Okay?
Our first fund in Riyadh generated a fantastic response, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah.
We launched our first income-generating fund in Riyadh's Al Yasmin district just a couple of months ago, and the response from investors was remarkable.
Yeah.
Over 5,000 individuals participated,
Wow.
and the fund is now fully subscribed.
That's so impressive.
Yeah, this overwhelming interest really highlights the strong appetite
Yeah,
for quality real estate investment opportunities within the Saudi market.
absolutely. And the underlying property named Backyard
Right.
sounds like a strategically located commercial asset with strong tenants.
Exactly. Backyard is a well-located commercial complex in a prime area of Riyadh, offering excellent connectivity to the financial center and the airport.
Uh-huh.
It boasts strong anchor tenants, such as Hunger Station and 500,000,
Oh, wow.
making it an attractive income-generating asset in a key growth corridor of the city.
Yeah, it's no surprise that the fund was fully subscribed so quickly
Right.
with those fundamentals. But the good news for those interested in the Saudi market is
Right.
there are more opportunities on the horizon with Stake.
Yeah. While our first fund in Riyadh filled so rapidly,
Right.
we're already looking ahead to our next exciting opportunity in Saudi Arabia.
Fantastic.
This upcoming fund will have a slightly different investment profile,
Okay.
but it has been strategically selected to provide further diversification
Okay.
for your investment portfolio at what we believe is an opportune time.
That's certainly something for our listeners to look forward to.
Yeah.
Offering further avenues for diversification within the region.
Right.
We'll be sure to share more details on this new Saudi Arabian fund as they become available. And for those who'd like to learn more about Stake's journey and our mission to make real estate investment more accessible,
Yeah.
we've included a link for you to explore.
It provides comprehensive overview of our vision and the opportunities we're creating.
So there you have it, a comprehensive overview of the latest happenings in the UAE real estate market, from the robust growth and diversification that we're seeing in Abu Dhabi across its commercial, industrial, and residential sectors,
Right.
to the exciting upcoming stake drop in Dubai's exclusive lakes community.
Yeah.
We also shared an update on the remarkable success of our first fund in Saudi Arabia and a glimpse into what's next.
It's clear that the real estate market across the UAE
Right.
continues to present compelling opportunities driven by strong economic fundamentals
Yeah.
and strategic developments.
We hope this deep dive has provided you with valuable insights and perhaps sparked some new ideas for your own investment strategies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, staying informed and understanding the nuances of these dynamic markets
Right.
are key to making confident and well-informed decisions.
Knowledge is a powerful tool in navigating the world of real estate investment.
As you reflect on this information, Consider this. How might the continued strength of Abu Dhabi's non-oil sector influenced the long-term stability and growth of its real estate market, creating new and perhaps unexpected opportunities?
Right.
It's definitely something worth pondering as you continue to explore the exciting possibilities within the UAE.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of What's at Stake.
Yeah.
We look forward to bringing you more insights soon.
Sounds good.